The goddamn gremlins got in. We took a bolt. Ah, here it is.
Found it.
Ooh. I hate leaving projects open overnight on the bench. The gremlins get in and take there, right on. Welcome back. We're back on the bench. We got our new wide body Max conversion installed on the what we called the Turd as we picked it up because the truck was in just poor shape, beat up, JB welded wheels, you know, junk like that. So we're trying to get this thing back up into a good solid runner. We started by throwing in the WIDEMAXX Kit on here. We got it stretched out nice and wide, performed really good. We went with the Badlands wheels mounted on some Proline tires that actually widened it a bit more, helping it fantastic. So we got a few more upgrades to do. We got hinge pins. I'm going to replace the fan, show you how to fix one of those. We also picked up the lighting kit for it. We're going to fire the lighting kit into that one. Apparently this one's also controllable with the Bluetooth, which is pretty cool. You know, high beam, low beam, stuff like that. So we'll get that set up. What else we pick up for this thing? CVDs. We got CVDs coming for this thing. Wait, they're already here. 17mm hex adapters out there. So right now, I am going to break this thing down. You all see, it comes apart when we did the install for the arms. So we need to go back in, pull the arms off, and pretty much get it ready for hinge pins. With retaining hardware, beautiful, instead of the screws that always back out, and upgrade the CVDs from the telescopic dry shaft. These dry shafts right now, the simplest way to get it from the bottom, right in there, and it's actually right behind here is the best way, so it's just best to pull it all apart. We'll do one end at a time. I'm going to pull it apart, we'll jump back in and talk about it once it's apart. Okay, now that I got the wheels off the rig, we want to go through and take out these 8 screws in the middle, take off the center cover, which then free up taking off these guys. Start in the front, start in the back, whichever you want to do. You got to take out these 4 screws here, and then one more screw on top for the bumper. You can peel that off, and then you can take off your hinge pin screw thing on the back side, or outside, front, back, whatever you want to call it. Okay, after center plate comes out, 8 screws here, you take out the 4 screws here, 4 screws here, and then on the top there is 1 screw here and 1 screw there, and then your bumpers and skid plates will come off. You can just pop those off, set them aside. It's a good time to clean them out. Flip this thing back over, and to do your hinge pins back here, it is a matter of just pulling out this screw. And yeah, sorry, pull out these hinge pins here, you pull this, you can pull the screw, then you can do your dog bones, and then just pop that back in really quick. Do your other hinge pins back here to screw in your uppers and these, your back. These ones don't, I don't think these ones get a threaded one on, or they don't, I'm not sure yet. No, they get replaced. There's the new ones there. So they get the hardened steel hinge pin upgrade, so that's all getting changed out. We'll start on the rear, get that done, go from there. Good time, you can grab your axle stubs here and you can rock up and down on the diff and see if you have any issues coming from getting sloppy. You will need to also remove this bottom pin here for now so you can get the dry shafts out. Or axle shafts, whatever you want to call them. Pull that pin, pull that pin. That frees up your rear arm for the most part, so you can do most of this work there. You can take the shock off too, if you don't have a big work area like this to work on that self-supports everything, but yeah. So I'm going to start by pulling that end off there, removing these, and pulling this all apart, and then we'll get back into the reassembly. So, okay, so now we got this all pulled apart. We're going to knock these bearings out, The kit for the WideMaxX CVDs comes with new bearings that will fit the newer, bigger shafts. One of the new supplied drive cups. Now the reason why we pull this off is so we can get the screw to go in there nice and easy. TRAXXAS gives you a grub screw that's already pre-Loctited, but I always Loctite again. Clean that up a little bit. Always clean these hard to reach spots while you have it ripped apart. Got a little tore up on this side. This is the side that had that bunk wheel on it. Let's use a turd. Now, got rid of all the turd factors, so big bearing in the back. Nice snug fit. Small bearing in the front. Nice snug fit. Grab one of your extended CVDs, make sure the pin there doesn't fall out. Drop that through the bearings. The bearing will hold the pin in place. You can bring that up, set that there. Okay, so we're upgrading the hinge pins to the hardened steel ones from TRAXXAS. TRAXXAS conveniently in the instruction manual for this MAXX hinge pin set, they give you a little measuring tape on the bottom, which is nice. Make sure you get everything, all the right pins in the right spots. The screw, capture screws to hold these in is a little bit, you just gotta pay attention on it. This one, the lower outside, takes an 8mm. There you go. Sorry, that hinge pin size there was the 38mm. And this one here is going to be 33mm. Now that capture screw is actually only a 6mm. One more right here. This guy gets replaced with a 47mm. They use one of these capture retainer dealies. It'll sit over the pin, and then I believe it is a 8mm screw into there. Just don't over tighten it, good to go. And then now we'll throw back in our hinge pin brace piece. I'm gonna clean that up, it's really disgusting. I have new ones of these on order because they're worn out. They don't last. They don't last forever. Especially with the torque that these things are putting out and tumbling around and flipping and bouncing. Okay, there's our upgraded hinge pins for the rear. Right now, the other stock ones, they're threaded and they're just regular steel. They bend easy and they actually always start threading and back themselves out until the holes get worn and they fall out. So these ones are captured. The hinge pins are hardened steel. They're in there. They're good. They're strong. We're gonna move on to the front, and yeah, test everything. Make sure your axles are in. Everything's good. Everything feels good. Everything feels nice. Much better. I hated the plastic dry shafts that were in there. They're strong, they're doing the job, but you can already see that they're twisting. Especially the rears from all the snap wheelies and stuff on them. You can hear them crunching sometimes too a little bit when you're on them. And you know, no complaints, are tough, but we're not going to run them. Okay, so we have just finished the rear, onto the front. Get your new bearings out, grab your new axles. Now for the front. You need to fit down through the hub there, pain in the butt. You can hold the pin in, put the bearing over, which then holds the pin in place, and then feed it down through and out. No, I lied, you gotta take the whole thing apart. So we're going to change both upper and lower hinge pin, and then with the upgrade kit you're also going to change the king pins that run through your C-hub. C-hub, like that, right? Yeah. That would be these two right here. Come on. Take your C-hub out, make sure you keep the orientation. It's pretty simple, not too... keep that one from flipping over. Put that in English, use that as a tip. Clean everything out. Clean, clean, clean. Take these melted bits off there from the old plastic. hexes rubbing from plastic. New bearings. Clean the hub. Grab our destruction manual. Find out which pins, 22mm pins and 22mm pin. Gonna be little dudes here. There's a scale on the bottom you can measure. Whoop, whoop. 22, see? Okay. So you don't want to pin this guy back in there? Mm-hmm. Come on now. You're straight. Made by TRAXXAS, you can give it a good beating with your wrench, you're not going to hurt it. Try these things off the freaking barn. For the capture screws, and you always want to check what size screw. Usually they use a 6mm to capture those in. Always check. 8mm this time, see? Weird. Might be wrong, actually. I think, no, these are the 8mm. It's just the pins is the 6mm. Who knows? It was yesterday when we filmed the earlier part of the video, so. Now with all this kerfuffle or pins falling out right there, see the pin, you gotta push that back in, make sure that guy sits into the bearing nice. You don't want to be mucking with that. So now you can start putting your other pins in. Find the pin that's listed to run through there. So the lower front. Lower front is a 38? 38. This pin here, I believe, is a 64. It is. Just throw that in to kind of help stabilize everything when we're mucking around here. Back in your damn hole. You. And the top outer. 33. Those gotta get capture screwed with a 6mm. Double check. Get that excuse me. 6 mil.
The small screw does not go in behind it. The screw goes in a small hole beside it, and that captures the edge of the screw captures the pin from coming out the hole. In case you didn't know, by the capture or retainer clip, sorry. Which will need another 8 mil. With that angle. Take my word for it. There's instructions. Okay, so pin there, pin there, pin there, one here, one here. Those got the new captures on it. That's in. Took what, 10 minutes per side. We got this side to do. And button her back up. The front diff housing is broken on the turd. I've just noticed there's a hole in the front of the diff and it's split right open through here. The hole right there. You can actually see the gears inside.
Oh jeez.
And then she's split right here all the way across both sides. The whole lower end's busted right off.
The turd venture continues.
Yeah. Huh.
Jeez.
Really should have an X plate holding those together, the uppers and lowers, like every other brand uses. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but you'd also think the bumper would absorb.
Well, the bumper is just a piece of rubber that really goes in between them. Toothpicks.
Toothpicks.
So, we need a diff housing, but we can continue this right now, and then we'll pull it all apart one more time. We're going out Sunday. We got some property. We're putting together a new little bashing park just down the road from us. We're also building a small rock course in the backyard. So this guy's going to go out on Sunday, and we'll see if we can rip that front end right off of it, I guess. Rebuild. Garbage! I didn't notice it last time I was in here. So a lot of guys are running out right now. They're buying the new Kraton 8S Arma. I'm still caught up on the X-Maxes. Jesse and I are beating the crap out of our X-Max and now this Max with no complaints. So we're going to keep riding that train for a little while. Maybe down the road we'll score one, do some trade and wheeling dealing, and just buy one. But right now, the things that we've done to the X-Max and it hasn't died is just ridiculous. I think we jumped at trying to do a front flip off a ramp 50 times in a row. It's in one of our earlier videos, and it wouldn't break.
I think we landed once. We watch Calvin Talbot's YouTube channel, and he bent his, I think, on the first day. Put a straight edge on the bottom and didn't line up so much. So. Not the X-Max, but the Arma. You know, the aluminum's nice, but you know, once it bends, it bends. We learned that back in the day, bashing and putting aluminum arms on our Savages, right? Back in the early 2000s, 20 years ago. Put aluminum arm on it. That's it. Bend it, stuck. Plastic, it flex. So if you're hesitating on picking up one of these Maxxes, definitely grab one. We wanted it, but we knew this one was a turd because some dude that had it used wood glue and toothpicks and shit like that on it. So don't be hesitant on our review or our title of our video on running out and grabbing one. They're great. This thing's a blast. I can't believe the power to weight ratio. But like some of the comments on our earlier video, the guys recommend putting these steel CVDs in. So if you're not running those, you are going to twist the heck out of these pieces of plastic. Like this one. You can see it's already spun. They only do that so many times before they finally snap. Licorice up. Okay, right on, it's all back together. You want to check, make sure suspension flow is nice and beautiful. Don't turn your steering, you break your servo, your front diff is broken, so we know that's a problem. Make sure everything's in. Your pins are fully seated into your bearings all the way around. And then the final step that we need to do and wrap up with this one is add in our TRAXXAS wheel hexes. Once you go to the CVD axle, you can no longer run the stock plastic hexes. Now with these things, you're gonna have to make sure you buy these things, because with these things, they don't sell you these things, which you think you would need them, because without these, you can't put the wheels on the car. So, make sure you get the wheel hub, 17mm wheel hub, and you get the nuts. Don't ask me why they're not supplied.
Why are they not supplied?
Okay, so you slide this on. Let's pull that all the way forward. You slide the pin onto it, or a hack sub, I'm sure y'all noticed. Put the pin through. Get the pin all the way through, nice and centered on that hex with nothing sticking out. And then you run your set screw down the middle of the CVD to lock that pin in place. One of the best designs out there. It's been a while, I forgot. TRAXXAS did that on their heavy stuff. Bam, there you go. Okay, so that gets the 17, yeah. How did we miss that one?
I don't
Oh, he's just not tight. He's just not tight. That gets us our 17mm hubs on the truck. Just pop these wheels on really quick. And we're done for now. We have some billet parts coming for the truck. These C-hubs here. And you know, I can't find a sway bar kit for this truck. If anybody knows of one, please throw us a link in the comments, because I like to throw a sway bar kit in there and see, make her dance a little bit better. That's for the Sex Max. I was starting with a pair of scissors like a cheap ass. So now, yeah, we brought this thing from, we're almost there. As you know, we just discovered the front diff garbage. We'll throw a new gear set, new bearing kit, that all in there. I got the white wheelie bar coming, I got a bunch of other white features coming for it. If they make more white parts for it, we'll keep buying them. Horsepower. Kind of get a nice stance to it now with the WideMaxX kit. So yeah, we're looking for sway bar kit. Can't find nothing. I don't know why. Do they make one? It seems to have provisions on the A-arms for, right here, for screwing in, even right there. Yeah, cool. One there, one there. What's that for? There's another hole up here too. It could be for mud guards. That could be an option. Beauty! Next up. Like it. What do we got there? Oh, we got new engine fans. We gotta fix the motor fan in there. All I can get is the X-Max one, so we're gonna steal one of those fans out of there, put it on there. Maybe we'll just see if this whole X-Max fan will fit over the motor. Just double down on it, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother! Yeah, so we're just gonna pop out one of the fans out of here, throw it into our housing, wherever it is over there, get that back on there. And light kit going in. We'll have to mount the power distribution block, which would be a nice thing because we can just plug our fan into there instead of having to muck around. And yeah, I don't know what to say. Let's we'll catch up with you guys next weekend. Light kit install, front diff replacement, and some footage from us hopefully ripping the front end off of it this coming weekend. So stay tuned, and we'll see you then.